Hi, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to my channel, Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you to everybody who comes and watches my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you especially to my Patreon subscribers. I really appreciate your monthly subscriptions. You kind of definitely help keep the channel going financially, so I really appreciate it. Those of you that would like to support the channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, or give a like to my business page and a follow to my business page. I do all sorts of sort of like free, the daily forecast is free, with monthly horoscopes, different pick a cards, that sort of thing, so you'll get notified when those things come out. If you want to also support the channel, you can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. You can like the videos, you can share the videos, you can comment on them. All of that helps me. And if you wanted to support the channel a little bit financially, you could go to my Patreon page and make a monthly subscription donation. There is material over on Patreon that is separate from the channels that you'll see on YouTube and my Facebook business page. I make special readings for Patreon subscribers. So that's available to you too. Other things, if you see a deck that you like in my unboxings, please use my Amazon affiliate link. It gives me a small percentage of the sale. So that's a help too, to the offset, the expense of the time that I spend doing these videos for everyone. But this is now a video. Let's get into today's forecast. This is for Monday the 10th. And we are looking at the energy for the collective, for the highest good of everyone, not only watching this video, on the 10th, but anytime in the future, whoever's path this video may cross at whatever time, okay? Time is, when I think about time in reference to spirit, it's not the same as time here. Spirit doesn't deal in time, really, right? So they can set this up so that the message is timeless, and we just have to trust it. So if it's not February 10th and this video is shown up, there might be something in here for you to hear. And if you do hear something and it's, not the 10th, let me know in the comments below. I greatly appreciate it. Be like, this shit hit me at August 22nd, 2025, and it made sense, bitch. Just kidding. Okay, so let's see what's going on in our cards for today. One last shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Nice. Okay. So we have this Five of Swords. Now, if you watched yesterday's broadcast, we had that Four of Cups, then the World card hits midweek, and then we're ending off like with the Seven of Swords. Now, I want to talk about predictions, right? This week feels a little interesting to me. The energy of this week felt really interesting in yesterday's forecast. I kind of feel like it has the option with that World card in the center to be big, both positively or negatively, depending on where we're at mentally. And part of the reason why I feel that way is that World card was balanced by the Four of Cups on one side and then the Seven of Swords on the other. Neither are really a bad card. The Four of Cups is about emotional balance and sort of kind of centering and grounding. I like that it says to me that we're starting out the week early and doing that. But when I see this this Five of Swords here, to me, again, we've got a gentleman in a seated position. We've got him thinking. He's in his mind maybe a little bit too much, right? So there might be some of you that might be mulling about things. I feel like some of you might be thinking, how do I want to say this, like productively or critically, and it's actually okay. And I don't mean critically in a bad way. I mean critical thinking, like discerning, right? But some of you might be overthinking things, worrying, like branching out into the idea of worry or stress, that sort of a thing. We don't want to see that kind of a thing. And what I see here, where's my trusty beautiful pointer? What I see here is I see a man here, he kind of is giving me a little bit of that Atlas vibe. He's deep in pondering. He might be like on the border of worry, right? This might be some of us today. right? He's got the 5 swords laid out in front of him. To me, it's like he's deciding which swords to pick up. This is the beginning of that swords energy that I believe that we're going to see in the 7 at the end of the week, right? Where I was telling you that we take some of our thoughts, some of our beliefs, some of our, whatever we're thinking, and we maybe keep it, conceal it, keep it to ourselves, and leave some of the things behind, some of our thoughts behind around situations or people. This might be the beginning of that energy where we're starting to figure out which thoughts we're keeping, which thoughts we're keeping to ourselves, and starting to formulate that plan or that idea of what our next steps are going to be within whatever the given situation might be. If we're thinking about a relationship, if we're thinking about a job situation, whatever that may be, right now, this is the time where we're sort of kind of picking through our thoughts. Are these thoughts serving us? Are they constructive? Are they helping? Right? Those would be focuses that I would keep today. Underneath this energy is that 4 of Cups. That's that sort of emotional balance, that beautiful card that we saw yesterday of that gentleman like sort of seated with his eyes closed at peace, kind of connecting to his emotions, connecting to the earth, the planet, his place in the planet, feeling grounded and meditative. I think that that's an energy that we want to try and pull forth as we are looking at our thoughts. That emotional balance is going to help to temper our thoughts and keep our thoughts sort of under control. I think we need to be very mindful of this, no pun intended. We need to be very mindful of this today, right? This is over the next day or two. I think that as we get set up for that world card, there's a lot of opportunities that can come out of that if we're mentally and emotionally prepared for them. If we've sort of established a nice set point vibration that wants to bring in sort of the benefits of that world card. But I did see some sort of struggle or stress in that world card for some of you. I sensed that a little bit. And so I think, like I said in yesterday's forecast, we will be fine by the end of the week. But this is us beginning to start to think. We don't want to overthink, and we want to be very clear on our thoughts. That 4 of Cups will help to provide that clarity that we seek in this search, so to speak. Let's just call it that, right? I want you guys to understand that we have the capacity and the ability to sort of find these answers, find these, decisions through our thoughts, and clearly move through them if we keep sort of a balanced emotional well-being underneath all of this. I still feel like he feels okay when I'm looking at this card. He just feels like he's sort of trying to figure out which thoughts does he take with him. Which thoughts does he make his primary focus? Where do we place our attention on our thoughts? Do we focus on the negative and what's not working, or do we focus on, what's going to feel right and what is going to work? That's the key here, especially with that world energy coming in, because the world will give us exactly everything we've ever desired or not desired if we're focusing on the things that we don't want. So this is just, to me, a heads up, no pun intended again, with all this thought talk about what's coming for us or what we could be potentially creating. So be discerning, guys. That's what this card is telling me. Be discerning, remain emotionally calm, stay centered, do your breath work, and begin to prepare yourself for the benefits that the world is going to bring in. Let's see what the Work Your Light Oracle says. This is Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. I love this. To me, it's like she's sort of heading into the cave. I think that he's a little bit in the cave. We also have that cave sort of going on in the 4 of Cups card that we saw yesterday. It's that sort of meditative state of, going in deeper, going into the darker recesses of our thoughts and our minds and clearing them out. I think that's what he's doing a little bit here. He's got some of his things, his ideas laid out in front of him, which work and which don't, right? Which are serving him and which are not. And this one here, this card here, which is Break the Chain, it's like we need to start to literally stop the thoughts or whatever's chaining us, whatever's not serving us. It says ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. That is the world card coming our way, guys. These ancestral patterns, these could be the voices of our mothers or society that are telling us, oh no, you can't do that because bullshit. I call bullshit. We need to really take our thoughts out and almost lay them out in front of us and go, okay, is this serving me? Is this actually making me feel better or worse? And doing that while we keep that emotional stability we see in the Four of Cups. As we do that, we're able to move forward, go into sort of the cave of ourselves, of our mind, and kind of clear it out in a way, heal it, and start to create a better future. And that better future begins with this World card that's going to be arriving by the midweek. So I feel as though we have every possible ability to change that Seven of Swords card at the end of the week, but I don't feel, like I said in yesterday's forecast, the Seven of Swords is not necessarily a bad card. It's just us sort of, maybe having to determine which, we're still like working on determining which thoughts to share and which to let go of, that sort of a thing. But I do think that we can shift this or move this quicker if we're paying attention and we're actually actively doing the work. And that's what these two cards here are telling me also, is that these are the open opportunities that we have to ourselves to move through this as fast as and as quickly as we want to. But we have to be discerning, we have to be swift, and we have to look at, is this serving me, is this mine, or is this something I inherited? Is this something that was taught to me that I've never really factually experienced, and I'm just living my life as if this is the truth? Because if that's what you're doing, then you're sort of creating that truth. So it's, to me, with this World card coming for the midweek, it's about us getting to set our own new truth point. That's this releasing of ancestral patterns, our information, healing, and setting your new future. It's all there for you guys. But you have to go into sort of that cave where she's going. I love that we also have this sort of balance of male and female. We have this gentleman sitting, and he's almost sitting. Look at how we have this stone rock, and then we have this rock that he's sitting on. It almost is like one mountain, like these cards kind of joined together. So that's kind of odd, isn't it? What is going on with these cards? Okay, so that is your forecast for today. If you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment or a question. You can also message me directly if you're interested in a private reading at either my Instagram or at the Facebook business page. I can give you more insight into specifically your own situations. Obviously, this is a broad spectrum reading for a lot of different people who may tune in at any given time. But whatever you guys do with your day or your thoughts, I want you to understand that you guys have the opportunity to break the chain. Oh, I forgot the grounding stone. What am I doing? Oh my god, I need more coffee. Let's go to the grounding stone. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding me about the grounding stone. Thank you. Okay, so this is going to be a little sideways because the stone is sort of funny. Interesting stone for this morning is on obsidian, which is definitely grounding. It's definitely the darkness of this cave. It's definitely about remember. So this is about remembering who we are, remembering what we're capable of, and then remembering that we probably don't have any clue as to our full capability. It's also about remembering sort of what was given to us and what it belongs to us and what is what is our actual experience versus what was told to us or taught to us from a very young age. Start to sort through that stuff. Remember that, and I'm going to say, yesterday's stone was that forgive, right, on Tiger's Eye, and that's the underpinning theme of the week. We need to forgive those that misled us, those that treated us poorly, those that taught us lessons that maybe aren't necessarily the truth. We want to release those lessons or those experiences so that we can live in a new way, in a way that's, allowing us to break those chains. So we might have to go back and ponder some of those memories through this remembering, going into the tunnel or into the cave and sorting it out and throwing out those old thoughts or patterns or beliefs that no longer serve us. So don't be afraid of this remember stone. This is about taking us sort of to the past so that we can acknowledge it and release it, not necessarily continue to live from the experience of it. Does that make sense, guys? I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry I almost forgot the grounding stone this morning. But, and forgive yourselves. Forgive those situations. Heal those situations. Release them and move forward. All right? That World card is going to be significant, whether we're in a good frame of mind or a negative frame of mind. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. please leave me a comment if you have any questions or anything like that. Let me know how these are working for you, if they are making sense, if they are hitting home. All right? Take care and have a good day. Bye bye.